get crazy, shit get crazy, yeah. You know what I'm saying? If we all stick together, I wonder would the mixture be right? Flights.
Would it turn into Yakub, or would we be more peaceful?
We all did our thing, all did our thing, all did our thing, all did our thing.
Humanity.
All I see is expansion, yeah.
All we see is expansion.
Yeah. All right, now acting that our dudes the same. You can take a look at what everyone I do for the fame. Don't give a flying fuck what titles that you wanna claim. Yesterday you was a nerd, next day now you in the game. You feel confused on the game, you're not adding to the universe. I can show you what the sky about, something you should be in timeout. Tell me when it's time to slide out, I'ma be like Sub-Zero. Down back AB, now that ain't me. Let me go and do my own thing. No soul train, but a soul plane. Archangel Uriel came from a higher place than some cocaine. How you gonna play the cards that was dealt when you niggas got no game? Catch me at the space station, fuck an Xbox and a PlayStation. Yeah, Aries ain't waiting, unless it's something for the right cause. Don't give a fuck how hard you try, you would never be the flight boss. Lucifer, I cut the lights off, like a bitch ass can't see. Now you falling the game, all of the names you be calling in vain. We all did our thing, all did our thing, all did our thing. All that I say, all I see is expansion, yeah. All I see is expansion, yeah. All that I think, all that I think, all that I think, all that I say. All I see is expansion, yeah. It's about that time to vibe, turn the tone and the light down. The whole world sleep without a robe or a nightgown. Down, you're getting too bold and too hype, child. You motherfuckers should've really known that the flight round. Why your soul's getting hostile? You don't even use your brain. You be taking L's, practicing spells, cause you don't even use the name. It's a few clowns in a circus, dog, I don't need to entertain. It look like water that you need in your life, but y'all don't see it as a flame. The moon sees us in a phase. I'm missing the eye now, yeah. And all, what's on? And all, yeah. And all, what's on? And on, and all, it's like what's on? And all, I'm supposed to be young now. It's about that time to fly. We all did our thing, all did our thing, all did our thing, all did our thing. All I see is expansion, yeah. All I see is expansion, yeah. YOLO, it's about that time to fly.
About that time to fly. Now, check it out. You'll understand the mind of a mound builder. The mind of a mound builder. The mind of a mound builder. And then formations already being formulated. So you already need to know we build minds and mounds in the mind. Then you go into the devil's mouth, go into the belly, and then you and the guy, you're in Babylon right now. So we ain't talking about that. I just wanted to add something because y'all know how y'all get lost and be like, oh, just some other type stuff. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. How much bullshit can you stand on? How much shit can you take responsibility for? Is you up for the challenge? Is your spirit in a space where it can develop that much impactful energy? That even the formulation that you have created on your own have so many layers in it, you can almost guarantee that other spirits have walked similar paths and they probably didn't reach the distance you have, so you're able to add assistance mentally and physically. You see what I'm saying? But for the most part, how much shit can you stand on? And ponder on that for a second. And think about the pile of shit that you in right now. Excuse my French. You know, think about it. Are you under it like rubble? Or are you broken down like a brick turned into gravel? Or do you know how to put these things together as one thing, knowing it's a collection, and meld it back together and stand on top of it? And all that thing, all that stuff, all that substance is things that you stand on. And you stand on top of what? What? Bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Now, you overwhelmed, underneath, understood, understanding, or are you overly? Are you expanded? Is these things beneath you? And these are a lot of terms you're going to use anyway when your spirit is in these circumstances. You're just not seeing it from the position of taking spiritual responsibility to know that you the one supposed to always be doing that anyway. So you ain't never supposed to be underneath anything, especially your own dust and rubble from spaceship crashes. You crashing out. You colliding. You ain't relatable. It ain't balanced. How much shit can you stand on? See what I'm saying? A lot of shit we created ourselves that we no longer want to stand on. You don't want to be seen in the face of that energy. Can you face it though? Or are you going to sweep it up under the rug? You're going to let it dry up like spoiled milk. You're going to hide it in your closet. See, you're going to use these terms anyway, whether you know the circumstance and the starting point that I'm putting you in for you to take back spiritual accountability and responsibility when it comes to what you creating in the mind and how it condense it come into the physical. You know what I'm saying? But this is the mind of a mound builder. Before you even use your hands and put any dirt together, can you mash this dirt? This ain't nothing but a walking egg cell, walking blood stain, walking period of time. You know that, right? It's your feminine. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to make this hard as a rock. When you do this, that mean if somebody was to, I don't care if they Mike Tyson, he should break his wrist if he was to punch you in your stomach. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You see what I'm saying? You're hard as a rock, but that's what you make, the form. And we make these things more layered up and sufficient. That start in the mind. How much shit can you stand on it with door? Don't act like you don't be using these words already when you expand your exercise timing to put a little bit more work in, put a little bit more rec in, or whatever the case may be. It's the same concept. You know what I'm saying? You expand it. You make it something tough. Even if you're utilizing what you already got and taking it through the rubble. How much shit can you stand through? Can you add an extra 20 minutes to that exercise? Can you add an extra 10 push-ups to that 150 you just did? And that's a challenge every day to the point that that becomes something of the norm. It's easier the next time than it was before. So you think your mind don't work the same way? And you ain't gonna get your body there unless your mind is in that position. All right? So we can separate it from just exercising and allow this energy to pour out in all other areas of your life. And you will start to see a lot of people who trying to get out their own shit. A lot of times they already in a default position of dumping their bullshit on other individuals. Guess who's the one who can handle it? And guess who's the one in someone else's life for a reason? You. Because you can handle that bullshit. And when they finish and they deplete it, their replenishing energy can be utilized in a more in sync and relatable energy for what you got going on, because you already taught them how to deplete in a better position. Therefore, you taught them not to dump their bullshit on other individuals, and they got a rock, an anchor system to show them how to be aware of themselves when they may go too far, and you was the first substantiated example for them to know that they dumping their bullshit on someone. It's just they dumped it on the spirit who can handle it. Now you got a teammate with the mound. You build that in the mind first. See what I'm saying? That's real communion, real tribal ship. The things that y'all be in sometimes don't necessarily play out in this outcome due to the fact that 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 individuals reach a goal, but that bias and monetary gain kicks in to be more of the percentage scale than that first objective goal they was all supposed to build as a mound, becoming each individual's backseat based upon a self-service energy. And this is how something could be good that's going can all be destroyed based upon who's ever in the energy together and using their mind. So who's ever agreeing with the terms and conditions, all they mind so flunky, so something could be very good turn very toxic. Look like it's crashing out. Look like you would do whatever for it. So now you got to build an internal competition. Who can go harder? Who could go more extreme? Who can go further? And then for the most part, is you on the right path? Or is that something self-servicing? Remember, you can't build no mound by yourself. But you can do it in your micro perspective to show what it means when a person have done that to themselves. As far as love, hate. So when a person expresses it externally, they know what it looks like when a person have went through that same path. So when a person loved themselves, they know how to give it properly, and they know how to see the characteristics of a person that's in a position to take it, because they may not know how to develop it on their own. So a person don't know how to love themselves. They only know how to see love for themselves through the lens of other people giving them that love. Now, in that biased mind, they may think that's the thing to do, but they truly not in a position of developing it on their own. So by default, they're in a taker position. And a lot of times Walt Disney teaches a lot of stuff that we may not know what we're doing a lot of times. We might not know we esoterically takers. We may not know we're not in that esoteric school to develop our own grading system and be able to see these energies for ourselves. Therefore, we know how to apply it in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. So if you know how to love yourself, you know that how to see someone else who have loved themselves. So you know that that's the proper way or the proper individual or group of individuals to give love to, because they also know that precious energy. So they know how much to give and how much to keep to themselves. And therefore, that's what everybody's supposed to be in. But when they play out as the taker, they're not in a position of having it on their own. And the individual that's a giver may not have went through enough situations to know that there's takers out there yet. So when things get mixed up and cloggy and look like one thing in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, a right could look like a wrong. A wrong could look like a right. A love could look like hate. Hatred can look like love. But if you know how to see these energies from its natural state, from the holy holy, and you get that message from the star people, then you'll be able to see that actual essence of the percentage scale that play more about if it's love or it's hate. And you'll be able to compare and contrast the percentage scale, what's playing out more in the physical, whether it look like love or hate. And you'll be able to put it back into its rightful position, its rightful position. So you got a right perspective about it. And the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension is just in reverse. It look higher on a percentage scale of positivity or something in my favor. But the energy behind it is higher on a percentage scale of something that's not in my favor. So it's just used as a tool, an external mental and physical representation for me to get blinded in, to be sucked up in somebody else's Charlotte web, for them to always get all the insects and things of that nature that get caught up in it. And I ain't trying to be another insect that's just another fallen one. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of what that movie Charlotte's Web was all about too. Little do y'all know on the esoteric level. So it just goes into I don't know who's spamming. Okay. But hopefully it's about the topic. I'm talking about mound building and stuff like that. I ain't talking about no other type of weird concept. You know what I'm saying? This is early morning flights. I'm saying people need to be waking up at 6 in the damn morning and things of that nature. So a lot of times people who got jobs, they be in natural qualities by default. A lot of people who stay up on AI, you know what I'm saying, who be working AI and stuff like that. These be the people up late trying to figure out new programs to cosplay and copy again, so they don't be getting good rest. So a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, they got to get some good rest. They organs be all messed up and stuff like that, so they don't be having time to extremely troll at certain times because they live out of order. You know what I'm saying? But we do know that's the thing that's actually going on in reality. But like I said, when you're putting together shit, how much shit can you stand on? Not how much shit can you push off onto others. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times y'all be in energies where y'all like to take, but it play out in reverse, pushing off. Because you're always trying to leave a naked hole so you can fulfill it with the things you want. And a lot of times the things you won't, you be having to do a lot of negative things and stuff like that. So you would get rid of or dispose all kind of energies that ain't even warranted. It'll just play out in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension as you not liking certain family members no more or something. Or certain friends or something like that throw you off or something like that. Like some weirdo energy or something like that only you be in because you had allowed something else to jump into the passenger or the driver's seat So you're going away from the internal communion that you get together all your own children, your thoughts and feelings. Feelings will be the young women, thoughts will be the young men. So you have to look at it like that. So if you are what you think you are as a spirit, you don't need to be thinking that your mind is the spirit. Your mind is duplications. And each spectrum, you should look at it as your child. Same way how you would take from that, make a business, and call that external representation your child. But it's pretty much the same concept. So, you want to look at your thoughts in this lighter stage as little young men, and you want to look at the emotions as young women, because a collection of thoughts coming together, you can see it in a perspective as something going into a container, but it's really something becoming a container or becoming fulfilled or becoming an emotion. So you could kind of see both sides, how the emotion is the reflection. The moon is the reflection of the sun, because an accumulation of the masses makes the reflection of what we call in the satellite, the moon. So these things are in sync. You can't have one without the other. So when you understand separation and accumulation, all you have to do is understand the transition, not pick one or the other. And there's a lot of unhealthy practices at the starting point of weird dichotomies, like day and night, light and dark, atheist, theist. Like, this is like weird stuff. I'll be trying to find equilibrium, but then y'all be having to wait to a Thomas Jefferson descendant make up one for y'all. So it'll be weird stuff like agnostic, whatever. But that's just saying you don't know something. So someone engineered that too. So you want to say you don't know, but you don't want to totally disregard what everybody else think they know. Yeah, that's even more retarded. Go somewhere and know something. Go somewhere. You see, once you get so colonized and you're away from your people and your culture, you have those type of talking points. Like you live your life as a foreigner in the mind. So you're never complacent in the spirit. You're never complacent. You're never content. You're supposed to be content in the spirit. And then it play out in the 1, 2, or 3rd dimension as physical situations that you could be content with. But if you ain't got the content mind, you ain't even in that spiritual space to develop that content mind. What make you think the filtering system of the glasses you see externally gonna have you seeing things as content in your life? And there's a time for all things. There's a time for you not to be content. But in the spiritual world, you're content in something already for you to know that it's going through another shift in reverse how it's playing out in the 1, 2, or 3rd dimension. And it may be an expression that you have to show out from your own personal opposite of the spiritual world, not being content at the moment, because the spiritual content that you are in the mind form needs some updated, added assistance, other thoughts and ideas for that one to keep going. So in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, it'll play out as you physically acting out those thoughts. And it may even appear to be like you're not content, which you already have, in order to make a more comfortable situation for your spirit becoming a little bit more broader. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit expanding, growing up or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So you got to keep that in mind too. You know what I'm saying? We got robots in here. Robots. Come on, CIA, you're going to have to stop crashing out eventually for the people. Stop putting on a show for us. You know what I'm saying? We're not putting on a show for y'all. Y'all be putting on a show for us. It'd be mad new people, mad regular people and stuff like that. We don't always want to see a bunch of crusty stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's outdated. It's not 2016 or 17 no more, where actual genuine people had disagreements, or actual genuine people had nothing else to do but watch people they don't like. You know what I'm saying? We just in a time right now where people in positions to want to feel like they got an ego, but now we have YouTube, so there's people you could be aware of, you could be jealous of. So you start coming across stuff to start realizing you ain't shit. So now you got to self-project. You know what I'm saying? But that's like being on, let's say we was all in high school and it was just, let's say MySpace was popping or something, right? Or whatever. It could be any app. Like, and just think about we all setting up to go skating or something like that. Now think about at that time, if the feds or the CIA is constantly doing what they doing on you, for some reason they don't think this is the same thing. Like when someone make pages, we didn't have y'all in mind. So when y'all flood us y'all present yourselves. You get it? It ain't how y'all be thinking about it. Oh, everybody on YouTube now, and we just need to control it. Y'all show us that's what y'all trying to do. So it make it weird. You know what I'm saying? This make it weird. All y'all had to do was be like, I'm Tom, and we was automatically y'all friends, and then y'all control the what we supposed to go about when they be having those little updates in our little algorithm pages. When every time they want us to do something, you know what I'm saying? Y'all not good people. Y'all not nothing. Y'all just like retarded. So nobody like care about that. I don't know why y'all don't get the point. Y'all don't have power doing what y'all doing. You lose power doing what you're doing. You know how much support like I start getting in real life, even though I was already supported in real life, but you know how much support I start getting in real life based upon what y'all doing. Like nobody care about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all trying to make everybody care about some stuff that's just important to y'all. So it make y'all politicians look weird, or the people y'all trying to make politicians, but they content creators, like they and people like my way. You know what I'm saying? And other people way. Like stuff that we don't even care about, and this platform not for that. So that'd be like your Pearly Gates, your Myron Gangs, your Candace Owens, these fake pimps turned into politicians and Pan-Africans and stuff like that. YouTube not a place for that. So y'all constantly flooding regular people channels like mine with hatred and these type of terms like black fatigue and stuff. Them terms, them CIA terms. So the only people who's talking about that online is getting funded by the feds, no matter the ethnicity. Stop trying to make everybody's page like that though. And then when you get y'all spiritual ass kicked, y'all do some sucker shit or some weak mind shit. So come up with new laws about speeches, words, like y'all like bored or something like that. Y'all need a mind regulator and a soul fixer. YouTube ain't the platform for that. The moment y'all start crashing the Democrat and the Republican Party, when y'all start censoring people on their own pages about their own personal stuff, make a platform that it has the terms and conditions. Hey, just for people who like to talk about politics and all this type of stuff, and who want to talk to a bunch of people that's strangers in the world to be something for our government system. Make an app for that. Don't get on YouTube or stuff like that just because y'all losing money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to make everybody in some shit we don't care about. You know what I'm saying? I care more about a person's creativity and their well-being than what kind of talking points and opinions, pardon me, and opinions that they have about other people I know ain't even about to help nobody. So that's YouTube, not the place for that. YouTube is for people who tube themselves. You supposed to tube you, not what's on your mind if you flunked out all day and then y'all end up being parasites on other people's channels. And then when people go in on y'all try to make it seem like it's a worldwide thing or something. No, it ain't. It's just y'all butthurt about something, and y'all ain't got no business just being in people's faces. The end. Like you don't get to control how people are socially interacting. What the fuck kind of shit is that? That's the lamest shit in the world. Because that's all it really is. Like when y'all be in people's chats with the bots and y'all real people and stuff, y'all got some weird sense in y'all brain to make yourselves think that you can control the way people socially interact. And you don't even experience that. In y'all colleges, in y'all bat caves, cults, whatever. None of y'all sitting around adding ideas and shit. Y'all not sitting around trying to control how people socially, damn sure nobody you don't know. You cannot do that to somebody you don't know. So stop exposing yourselves on people's pages. That's dumb. Like it make it seem like y'all ain't got nothing better to do or something like that. But do know it's dumb. And then all y'all do is inflate these other people's pages, and it'd be y'all too, with all y'all fake pages. Like, so I don't do no stuff like come out with no news report talking about it some Ghanaians or something like that. Like, we only get information from the news, so it's only the United States government doing it. regardless of what they say. They might try to say some stuff like, it's did you funded it then? Why are you reporting about it? Don't be listening to me secretly and then try to save face and then try to update how y'all trying to save face. Like, and then try to do it like that's an updated version how y'all trying to save face from what y'all doing. Trying to mention Ghanaians is got a secret team that China or Russia or somebody. I'm gonna tell you right now. Do any of y'all own any oil corporations in America? Do any of y'all own any big business for you to even be in foreign policy? No, right? Now put yourself in the citizen's shoes in any other country. They don't give a fuck about you, just like you don't give a fuck about somebody who stay in a corner store or a city block in another country. So anytime we get some information about any other country, bitch, it's just the American government. Everything is made up. Shit ain't going on in Israel. What they make you think you're getting this reporting from Americans. So y'all got a weird history. Y'all go through history and think that our history got something to do with these wars and stuff. All that shit, none of that shit happened. It was other shit that happened. The only thing that happened was y'all got searched and fritzed. America buildings got ran into by drones and called it airplanes and Arabs in it. Y'all end up in jail or getting out throwing and shit like that. They don't do these type of shits in other people's countries. Because this ain't no country. So y'all be just talking stupid. Like anything y'all exercise, it can only be coming from one pocket. Stop trying to create situations to make it seem like it's everybody. No, it ain't. You got one pocket, it's either the government. You got this pocket, it's either people flunked out online. You got this pocket, people just being themselves. You got this, but them are just pockets. You don't get to blur the lines. I could care less to get hired. First of all, that's a punk ass job. But for me and my own responsibilities, by default, I won't be getting no job if somebody was scouting people to say, hey, work here so we can do psyops on people in Africa or China or Russia or something like that might be talking a certain way that the government don't like. What the fuck kind of job is that? What kind of nerd ass little dick job is that? That's a bitch job. If y'all can't get no females to do that, that shouldn't be no man's job. A man shouldn't be worried about no one like that. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. That's actually where all problems come from, not the other way around. If you in a gang or you around the homies or something like that, you know the first problems come from when you start telling people who you fucking or how you getting money. You know that's the first problem. That's the first thing you get ready to deal with. So how is that different anywhere else? Like what the fuck y'all even talking about? Y'all not. It's like y'all colleges don't prepare y'all for life. So you constantly have to create updated coping mechanisms as an excuse to not know about life. Then people who into life make it seem like you're studying them and then call that intelligence. That ain't intelligence. That's you got small dick issues. Trust me. If me and you was at a frat party or something like that and we was getting ready to fuck some bitches or whatever the case may be, you ain't about to sit and study me. You know what I'm saying? You about to go in the next room. You about to go to the next dorm and do what you do. Only way you about to study me is you never get no pussy. And you just so happy to be cool with me or something like that. That's the only way you about to be studying all the time. You gonna make up something to always want to tag along or something like that and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna make up something. Like you know, like it's like you don't get to say that's not real life. Exercising in the military or CIA, and since you got this badge, I'm a PhD, I'm in the CIA, you think it's something different now. You think you walking on water. You think you're an archon. No, you still got a small dick yourself better than that. Like, you know, for real. Like, you just had jobs that was created by other people with small dicks that help you out in life. And create games only other people go in there. This still don't mean you gonna get some pussy. You know what I'm saying? I keep it real, man. Y'all ain't real. Y'all ain't in their life. That's how I know for sure y'all not in life. Y'all kids. Y'all are literally kids, man. Like, if I made these social apps, it wouldn't be made like, I don't get it, man. Y'all, it ain't no excuses. I don't care what somebody talking about. A person only think they intelligent because they read a book and claim that they got some intelligence more than someone else. You dumb with your intentions. So you, just as a person, your intentions. So we're a collection of people, their intentions. You stupid. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be having nothing to do with nothing else, man. Like, y'all ain't learning yourselves first. People have to learn themselves first before y'all be taking these jobs. And you could blame it on K-bots all day. Who programmed it? You could blame it on Nigeria all day. Who funded it? And why is it being talked about in America? And what is the nuance behind somebody in another continent caring about what's going on in America? What's the nuance behind it? Because we ain't gonna be able to go over there. I ain't gonna be able to get no plane ticket and go on any old street in anywhere in another continent and them actually make sense out of why they care about America. They ain't gonna tell me that. They gonna tell me whatever they doing over there, what they got going on. Same way if they came over here and they just moved over here via colonization and deportation and boat trips. They just got a plane ticket now looking like it. And then motherfucker, they come on these blocks and I tell them to shut the fuck up anytime you talking too much about politics or something like that. It's gonna be the same fucking shit. Same shit. So that's a lie. I don't hear no shit about somebody getting. Ain't nobody in no other country that invested in no goddamn shit like that. Only Americans invested into a lie. So you have all liars in people's chats. People they secretly built personal animosity towards. They come try to control their narratives and stuff. Like, what kind of sucker shit is that? That is just sucker shit. You don't get to read no book and be part of an establishment and then use that as some external, physical, fleshly warship and make it seem like it's something different than small dick issues. You don't get to do that. Because you'll be doing something that I would want to do. So you don't get to act like life ain't what it is. Because people are lost in monetary gains and stuff like that. You don't get to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what people be lost in and stuff like that, but y'all stop that shit. Create bots that only go on people's pages. It's support. So people in the world is on the apps what they supposed to do or whatever the case may be. The moment y'all trying to be funny, y'all ain't doing nothing but crashing out y'all own shit. Talking about it's a dead internet. Yeah, the government. That's it. The only thing on the internet is government. So it ain't damn sure ain't talking about us or us as a people. Like people still living regular lives. Like how the fuck that don't even make sense. It's just y'all are lost in adjectivesism. Like all that concept of making everybody robots stay online 24/7. You could never stop people from having to take a shit and piss and eat. That don't take online. And for a person to be recharged and get in any robot or online, they got to do that real life thing first. So I don't know what y'all be lost in y'all mind. Some shit that'll never make sense. that y'all like talk every day like it's supposed to make sense. Yeah, the world get ready to be a robot. Everybody about to be on their phone. And the fuck they got to do in real life? Y'all stop making adjectives like it's real life. Just because everybody looking down at their phone, once upon a time everybody was looking down at a newspaper. Once upon a time everybody was looking down at their moccasins. Once upon a time everybody was looking down at the rocks. Bitch, and like y'all lost. Like y'all be getting it over exaggerated. Like, oh, we got technology now. We're closer to God. You're just closer to retardation. And you don't know yourself. You know what I'm saying? You just know yourself from an avatar. You know what I'm saying? And for all y'all fans, here's the reverse psychology for y'all. You just know yourself as an avatar because you got to watch me. And y'all know the code word for natives and stuff like that. The avatars of dinosaurs and stuff. You learn it from me. You updating from me now. You learn it from an avatar. And everybody else that y'all got doing whatever the case may be, they learn it from whatever y'all created. The synthetic version that y'all always cosplaying something and take. Now everybody just avatars now. What's that? Y'all trying to mirror everybody else. I'm mirroring y'all. Don't come on my page crashing out. Don't come on my page crashing out. Because even the people y'all using, they gonna start feeling funny. It's like they swallowed a bad fruit before they realized the fruit was bad. As soon as they heard my farm and heard the sounds over there, my songs playing, then ate the fruit. And I was like, damn, this fruit I'm eating don't look so good. I don't even got no argument against this brother. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you go against yourself trying to argue any talking point against me. You actually debunk your own self. Because I'm you. You just don't know how to be you. I can teach you how to be you better. I'm all things. I'm all things. You can't compete with me. Business, entertainment, education, religion, or politics. I'll wash everybody in reality. That's why I don't participate. I do my own thing. I'm in my own galaxy or whatever. All y'all floating around in old, dirty, blood-stained energy pockets that don't mean nothing. They all keep trying to dump that on everybody else, like, and then claim y'all spiritual, y'all know something. No, that starting point come from a book. You don't know shit. Your intent, flunked out. Both of us could be in front of a tree right now, or whatever the case may be. I'm in front of a heaven tree right now. It's invasive, but it's a heaven tree. You shouldn't touch it though, but it's good. It's good for these. You know what I'm saying? It's good for these right here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all all the bees and the suckle something flies. I forgot what you call them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're infesting this motherfucker all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. All the way up. Y'all do y'all research on that, on the honey tree. And with the fumes it give off. It's invasive though. Too many Asians over here. I'm always getting invaded. I'm always getting invaded by invasive species. I'm always getting invaded. I can't stop getting invaded. I can't stop. I just can't stop. I can't stop getting invaded. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So but that's the heaven tree for them. That's supposed to be in Asia somewhere. That's what on my channel you always gonna learn something. On my channel you always gonna experience something new and stuff like that. Somebody said, what? Do your research on it. Do your research on the heaven tree, the substance it create, and why it created, because it's foreign over here. So when it mixed with our atmosphere and environment, something that come from another continent, just like humans, when it mix over here, the indigenous people get sick. So our trees get sick. And then new buds get created and new buds coming over here. So we all need the same substance, air and water. But when your air, atmosphere, and environment, the water is played out differently, where we got the same ability in different pockets and mathematical positions of it. So when people from Asia, Europe be bringing shit over here, they bring the air pockets too, and the bacteria and our thoughts, and they condense and become invasive species. Some trying to survive off the same substance, the way it's made over here though, a different mathematics. So now we ain't got the regular Indian strawberries, native Indian strawberries. We got this remix one that be growing in the grass too around it. And if you don't get those invasive species out the way, it's almost like how we caught smallpox and shit and start dying and shit like that. Because stinking ass people start breathing and shit like that. I'm scared to take a bath. Scared to take a bath. You know what I'm saying? Some invasive species start coming over here off a boat and shit that was scared to take a bath. You know what I'm saying? Shit like this. It's fucking up God's air and shit. Fucking up God's land and shit. Oh, everybody start dying and shit. Calling everywhere Hell's Town. It brought death. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers brought death. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to survive off death. So that's some like death ooze that come from them leaves and shit like that. And them invasive species over here, it's life to them. It's death to us and all our native species over here and stuff like this. But the same way somewhere else. If we bring some stuff over to another continent, it'll create an invasive species. You know what I'm saying? So this play out in all portions of life. Y'all got to go out in nature. You know what I'm saying? To understand that this play out in all portions of life. You don't need no science lab to know anything. And shout out to everybody in the science lab. Shout out to all ethnicities. I'm from the hood. Don't take my sentiment how I talk. Like, I love everybody, especially when it's a woman. Like, I have everybody, all flavors, I love everybody. You can never make me racist, bitch. I don't give a fuck what y'all talk about. Bitch, I'm an Aries. All my sentiment come from personal. Bitch, don't add nobody else to my shit. That's how I am even in the hood, school. That's how I always was. My problem. Don't act like your problem, my problem. And if you got somebody and I got a problem with you, don't go talking to everybody else like they got your problem with you. And if I'm your problem, because I know how to talk real good. Your best friend ain't on your side. So if I hit you upside the head with a tomahawk, your best friend gonna be like, why didn't you do this, do that? You gonna be looking at your best friend, why didn't you help? Why? Or your couple of your homies or something like, why didn't you help? Bitch, I'm the flight boss. Like against universal law, bitch, you created a problem. It really deep down was your fault. We all can see it. That we all see stuff we can see when we ain't around each other, enemies or not. Everybody know right from wrong. So if I hit your ass upside the head with an arrow or tomahawk or some shit like that, and your homies was free to whoop somebody else's ass before that, but when it came to me, it was just your problem, and they made you feel weak to be like, man, that's you though. That's your, you know what I'm saying? Now you know you dealing with God's children, bitch. You ain't dealing with somebody lost in the sauce in groups and packs. Bitch, you dealing with God's child. You know what I'm saying? We with everybody. You ain't got nothing to yourself, not even your homies. You don't got that to yourself. They was made from God too. So God's children come down here. We got open access to all of it. Even your best friend. Bitch, you better believe it. Here's the thing. If we start off as enemies, we gonna end off best friends. That's the only way it play out. That's how it always play out for me. It ain't never play out no other way for me. It ain't never play out no other way for me. Or something wrong with you. And you just moved away somewhere. You just went to college or something like that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen you no more. Other than that, bitch, we share this space. We all got to share this space. You know what I'm saying? You the one acting weird. I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Going nowhere. Real going nowhere, bitch. That's a decision you wanted to make. I ain't self-projecting. You know what I'm saying? So you can self-project. You always wanted to go somewhere. Bitch, if you ain't going nowhere, I ain't going nowhere. We're going to make this work. We're going to make this work. Ain't no other way. Ain't no other concept to life. Making it this. Y'all don't be in these type of energies. That's why a lot of y'all can't stay with y'all bitch. Or if you a female, you can't stay in no healthy friendship with no females or a man. Or you can't find no man that's hard. So it might look like this Walt Disney version of hard, but it ain't. You know, you get bored with that real fast. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no fatherly energy. He got your brother energy. Then it starts sliding down into your homegirl energy or your gay friend energy or some shit like that. Then it starts sliding down. You know what I'm saying? Then next thing you know, you don't know you're really hurting his feelings. You don't know you're really getting ready to make him a future red pill. You don't know that though. You don't know in the present, he's still dealing with should he buy you ice cream or not, or still give you a bouquet of flowers or not. He's still thinking like that at the moment. He ain't jumping his Terminator, Brita kind of red coat, long knives, red pill energy yet. He ain't do that yet. You know what I'm saying? But if you start ignoring them more than you ignored them last week or the month before, then here we go. You about to get somebody getting 100,000 views and shit like that on YouTube. It's all about you. You might not say your name though, but shit, that's where that sentiment come from. He gonna make it sound real good too. Especially if he went to college or he fresh out the military or the CIA, he gonna make it sound real good. He might convince a few people too, like, yeah, bitches is like this. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Because everybody went through a few ups and downs with everybody, whether you're deep in that or not. It's just for you to jump into that equilibrium so you don't have a bias to be in a position like that situation is what all situations going to be. That's you got baggage. Even if you played out another situation that was similar to the previous one with a totally different individual and you had to convince yourself it is the same. No, it's something that you doing that you still in the same or something, and you just manifested another attribute of it that came in another light. So you thought it was the truth because it was just different than what you was currently in. You wasn't in the real truth of it. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't built yourself up. You put yourself in a better position. You start to attract people in that spiritual position. Just like you wake up and you at a certain restaurant or something at the same time of other strangers. You always wake up in negative emotions and stuff like that. So you end up in a line of people rushing. You end up at the time during a few seconds of people being frustrated, get ready to prepare the meals and stuff like that. Somebody might have dropped your damn flame boiled goddamn Whopper burger and shit like that, and went and slapped it right on the goddamn bun again because the manager ain't see, and they probably did that so much and threw hamburgers away. Their manager told them don't drop no more burgers because we're losing like money or something like that. So it wasn't really somebody being spiteful. It's just them saving themselves. I can't do this no more or whatever the case. My bad. They had that in their head. My bad. And boom, just slid the flame burger right off the goddamn floor. You know, put a rinse of water up under it real quick. Boom. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you got, though. You tell you that Whopper tastes good, though, don't it? You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I'm telling you, man, I don't know what's going on. Burgers and shit be flying in your goddamn freezy and stuff like that, whatever you trying to get in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. You wake up at the wrong time and shit. You be getting what you sign for, bitch. And whether you believe it or not, people be thinking they be getting over. You could be the richest person in the world thinking you getting over. You had a spit burger or two when someone else didn't. Trust me. You ain't get away with nothing. Trust me, I'm telling you, had a spit burger or two. And it never play out like how y'all be thinking, because how y'all start self-projecting because you want to do stuff intentional. Sometimes it play out just the way I explained it. Man, be somebody trying to save themselves. It ain't really had nothing to do with you. Just right place, right time. You know what I'm saying? The spiritual world, you was in that spiritual space. You manifested the mind states. You was on that same demon time in the physical world. All the spirits and certain pockets don't be in the same pocket all the time. You feel good one couple of minutes. Next couple of minutes, you might feel negative. You got there right at that negative spiritual feeling when someone was back there on the grill. You got there right at that time and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, once you got there, you got that floor flame border. I'm saying you got that floor mat goddamn behind the scenes. The bunch of rats was on goddamn floor flame boil burger. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? They got covered over little dirt pockets that didn't get washed off, got covered with ketchup, mayonnaise, and lettuce and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And onions and tomato. It's covered up and shit. So all you know is I'm good. I ain't got time to cook. That's all you know, because you like greedy and gluttony, and you in some white collar, blue collar type stuff, and you don't know how to calm down a little bit and get yourself right before you participate in these demonic ass jobs. They're demonic. These jobs will make you compete for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Then you be thinking it's the right thing to do, and it end up being a stain on your name. Now you ain't got no good face card. Now, say you want to start an extension, your own subsidiary business, but your expertise still deals with that. But now you got secret competition and people trying to shut it down because of the energy that you gave them in that curriculum itself. So you don't have multiple fashions you could jump into. You can only try to make an extension once you make an old and outdated energy in the first place, start to wear and tear and look bad for you to show your face in it or whatever. So it ain't, no matter where you go, that energy gonna go before you. So they don't care if it's the best toilet paper in a corporation. They're gonna be like, they're gonna look at the cursive authorization signature and stuff. As soon as it got your flunked ass name on it, that's it. And that started the seed of, I don't want to be the face on the billboard of my own company anymore. So whoever practiced that energy don't want to be the face of their own company. We know they got small dick issues. Because I don't want nobody representing me. I'm going to tell you that right now. No, I can speak for me. I can speak for me better than you can speak for me. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all in relationships right now, or even friendships, y'all probably done said that way too many times and you frustrated. You done had a friend start speaking for you, said shit you ain't want nobody else to know. You know what I'm saying? And all kind of shit. Somebody as a representation for you, they got everything all fucked up. You got to go to that office or that interview or that meeting and be like, nah, man, whatever they said, but this is what I mean by it. This is what I mean. You know what I'm saying? You got that's a real thing. That's representation, bitch. You need an esoteric lawyer or you know how to do that your shit yourself. That's a real motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Just because people still got their own point of reference and stuff like that. So anything you got the more percentage scale of, you make sure you do your duty, job, and obligation. No matter if you connected with other individuals and y'all all play certain sides and pieces of it. Whatever more of the exercise and piece that you own, you make sure you don't be lazy in that area and shit like it. Because there will be a time that you go through what the fuck I'm talking about. And then now you know what I'm saying. And even if you're a hater of mine, I'm your rock. You're going to be like, damn, this guy was right, though. I'm around sleeping with the enemy more than who I'm making an enemy. Dolo just showed me what I'm about to experience and shit. You know what I'm saying? And the way that I didn't know how that happens. I just know what that was and who wrote it down in the encyclopedia, already being a white and blue collar scammer and stuff like that and grifter and trying to come up with updated ways how to survive in that world. You know what I'm saying? Like you put your 1, 2 together. You know what I'm saying? It's all about evolving the mind, baby. You know what I'm saying? All about just evolving the mind. And that's it. And I want y'all to notice something too, right? And I hope politicians is listening. Because even in courtrooms and stuff like that, there's a nuance to something. When it comes to people being motivated to do stuff. And y'all see when I'm not paying attention to the chat or I'm not paying attention to me still being a man, anybody should be able to be like, who is this in front of my business lawn? Who is this in my chat or whatever the case may be? You see I'm not invested into a hatred portion of it. And y'all, you can see how y'all kind of more on the end of the hatred of it. So I want to establish that because I know how lives and when narratives get created, how it could be persuaded and used in courtrooms. We want to establish who picking on who and who just be defending themselves and just at the snap of the finger back to talking about their own shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know the argument will be what's being motivated, not what will be. So let's get that established too. If there was ever a court scenario, you know what I'm saying? It won't be what's piling on. It's going to be what's motivating this. All right. So let's just stop there. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you know what I'm saying? I have enough sense and develop myself enough to know that, that I have enough to talk about, and I don't ever have to talk about these things. Right. So I don't want that to be mixed up and stuff like that because people will take that type of energy and think they're in control or something like that. Like you got control feeling. That's all you doing. Hopefully you not in that setting. You'll get punched in the nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like just that. Once you start thinking like that too. Everybody don't get to just think stupid. We in a new world, a new time. So we got to have common sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take nothing online personal. But don't get mad at me either when I defend myself when things get over exaggerated and what y'all do is actually personal. Like y'all don't be looking at it like that. That actually do be personal. You know what I'm saying? So check yourself. Just check yourselves at times. For an example, let's say anybody got in a situation and I use the situation to want to be a colonist. But then I don't do it. But I'm still in that position if I could. All right, that's a person who's not into colonization or whatever. Isn't that? So you got to look at that in your shoes. You can't be in a position and then do some stuff with it and then like act like you're not doing what you're doing. Like that get weird at times. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand what people do that is personal. It's not just your job. It's not just, it is personal. Now we got to act for that. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? But if it's people's personal stuff and we just getting attacked out of nowhere or whatever the case may be, from the person to the people getting attacked, that's personal. That's not something we can take a narrative and switch, make it work for the government in any kind of way. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't work that way on people's personal thing. Now, we got apps, maybe. So, but as long as we got that clear and established and know who's more healthier in the mind or not. Because any situation like that, I will be the only person bringing up who need a psychologist or not. Like low key for real. Like I'll be lowering the lawyers. I will be judging the judges, the prosecutors, everything. Like, because it's just all y'all just got jobs. And your job is based on ego. So we have to substantiate what egos we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Is we talking about the Pelisepi? You know what I'm saying? Pelisa? Is we talking about Pelisa or are we talking about what's on the back of a dollar bill ego? So you see how everything is in sync? You see how you heard the ego and stuff like you see how it's all in sync? Shout out to the Kumse. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta know what we talking about first. I ain't talking about no ego on a dollar bill. That people use a false synthetic ego that's just a characteristic to go for. I'm talking about the Pelisa. That's what I'm talking about. So not a bird head, but I'm light as a feather. So I have reached the heights out of these egos. So there's not a courtroom that has a program for me anyway. You know what I'm saying? What law and program do any courtroom have for an actual ego? Unless you're trying to domesticate it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing it could be. You got to make sure you're in a healthy position that's relatable and in sync. If it's not relatable and sync, do not add me to your hell, your personal hell. My personal life has nothing to do with your personal life or whatever the case may be for your personal gains and personal outlooks and outcomes or whatever the case may be. You know, for a bunch of other strangers, me or you have nothing to do with. That's what I'm saying. It's just that simple. It won't go nowhere else because I'm not foreign. But at the same time, we just all need to evolve our minds so we can come up with a better way of relating to each other. This competition relatability, this false synthetic ego of it, or whatever the case may be, doesn't work in anyone's life. What I do and how I think is for me to be me. I can't think like somebody else that's not around me, and their idea is supposed to work for me. Like that don't make any sense. There's a lot of things I went through. I had to develop myself for me to come to conclusions, or whatever the case may be. You got to be in them same type of situations, not just saying, but you know what I'm saying. That's how sometimes I look at a lot of these grifters online and stuff like that, and panhandlers. You low key gotta, like, you can't just get online and start talking like you're speaking for a bunch of people, because you ain't went through what I went through for me to think what I think. You know what I'm saying? So just the way you sound, or the way you move your elbow or something like that, you're not even qualified to tell me anything. So you put it in, and when you see people start putting in certain perspectives and stuff, this is when you know people ain't got nothing to teach. If you got something to teach, people could just take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? You talking to your people anyway that already resonate with it. When you trying to get lit, you trying to get into people's faces and things of that nature, then you in some type of situation where it's false anyway, and you're trying to belittle people that you're not in their world to make them who they are, or whatever the case may be. So it's like trying to speak to strangers, whether they your people or not. Y'all not doing the same thing. You only can speak to people that's doing the same thing. So all that Mormon shit y'all be into, that's nonsense. Trying to talk to a whole bunch of people and claim a whole bunch of people your people. You know who your people is first. Then if y'all doing something, and if you doing something because you like a spokesperson or something like that other people could fuck with, all right, that's where it start. Because you will know who's serious or not. Because they'll start doing what you doing with you, whether it's music or however the case may be. Man, anything else is for the damn birds. And y'all just gonna get led into frustrations. Oh, y'all ain't one type of people about something. You know what I'm saying? This is something like, and you ain't talking to your people. You talking to a whole bunch of people that got other stuff going on with their own family and in-house family. And if it's a whole bunch of degenerate shit, it ain't a big thought. So it ain't something that they can add on to what you talk about anyway. So a lot of times people just be needing subsidiary church concepts, some feel-good thoughts and shit like that. But the thing about it is this: you know it's fake when you start hearing more of the people who ain't even participating start saying, well, this person ain't do something for our people, and this person ain't do something for our this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be. It always be coming from someone who ain't a part of it. Whatever that person was getting ready to do, all the way down to what, Malcolm X, or whatever the case may be, who y'all be worshiping and stuff, they was doing stuff for they people. Like, what's up, Fina Shakur and stuff like that, man. She was doing stuff because what she was going through. She wasn't thinking about a whole bunch of people in her mind. Like, because that's kind of how we think as far as tribes and natives. Like, we got to come together, but when it comes to morals and stuff like that, really, your territory or whatever the case may be is more important. So when you like in a situation where you got people dying, shooting cops and stuff like dumb shit, like a fitness, all that shit, because the relationship on both sides is dumb. Because just the thing how America is being evolved. You know what I'm saying? What the cops do and what she did, all of it is dumb. But for the most part, I'm not trying to make it seem like one got more of the responsibility than the other, because I know y'all get. But it's almost like this is a small little pocket of the world. That made me miss my point. This is only these people was doing these things for themselves, man, and the people that was down with them, and they wasn't doing it for no people that wasn't down with them. And it's always way more people, especially in that little pocket, them type of pockets, like Black Panther, stuff like that. It's always more of the people that's not down with them than is, or whatever the case may be. So when you just be having people talking and stuff like that, you're going to get grifters right now. People speaking up for what other people done and trying to claim it for themselves, and or be in some type of situation where they're it's just all la la land type shit. Like whatever a person in, it don't got nothing to do with anything. They're not doing nothing now. They're not doing that now or whatever. You have to do something now. And say, what are you doing now? Or whatever the case may be. And if y'all just about to sit there and talk to strangers, you ain't doing nothing. Because them ain't your people. Strangers ain't, like, I can't get online and be like, I mean, I can in real life. And if I was to do it online, it would be more about me opening something up for strangers. Not necessarily backing what I'm doing specifically for people online. It's either to gratify what I already got going on or open the door for strangers where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So if it ain't that, it don't mean anything or whatever the case may be. It ain't me just getting online talking every day and saying we need to do this as a people. Who will we even be talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think everybody need to mind their business. If everybody take accountability, it wouldn't be these complaining arguments y'all have. You know what I'm saying? And white people talk to white people, they'll solve their problems. Whatever that they doing that hurt other individuals. If other individuals talk to their own selves, then for the most part, everybody has something better to represent. Now, what do that mean? That don't mean getting online, making money off shaming your own people. That mean offline. Whatever qualities that you're doing with your people already, that's what you bring online. Online ain't for strangers. Online is for you to present yourself. And if strangers fuck with it, this is what makes you attractive. Mentally, all the way down to physically. Or whatever the case may be. But other than that, getting online for strangers, y'all are lost. That's lostness. Because online is for building relationships. Obviously, a person shouldn't stay a stranger. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, a person should be trying to find networking. And that's when shit like YouTube and stuff was the most fruitful. And Facebook and Instagram, that's when it was the most fruitful. But you can't even trust everybody now because of what's going on. And the reason why like these things is going on was meant for another purpose, but it destroying the trust quality actually makes it counterpartmentalized, because it's almost appearing to like people trying to get control of the internet, but the people that's doing it, the moment they did it, they destroyed the internet. So you have nothing to control for real. Like if you were trying to control people via internet, or if you were trying to do anything via it destroyed Sora, it destroyed AI, it destroyed any future planning, it destroyed any type of genuine communion or whatever the case may be. And there is no such thing as making the world be lost on that. It's no such thing. You can't even be online to come up with a new concept for online. You can't do it. Try to do it right now. You can't do it. You just can't do it. I don't know what y'all getting lost in. Y'all too far lost. Y'all too far gone. Or something like that. And too much of our tax dollars went towards that shit. So it don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Just like here's the thing. Let's use this for an example. Let's say all that psyop about the red pill and cement retention and all that stupid shit, right? In one instant, you could tell, okay, these are people trying to control to make people think this way. But when people get offline, that's not their sentiment. So the only thing that comes from that is the majority of the population looking at these people as corny. So if these people were AI, it get destroyed from genuine people looking at these things as corny. And then people who probably real lost in it, not going to want to be online so much because they know that's not real life. And then if it was used by the government in the first place to make everybody think that way, here's how you could describe how that backfires. Because you have a bunch of nerds in these positions that's in the military and the CIA coming up with this stupid thought. You know what I'm saying? So it's only going to lead to them self-projecting, but in their personal life, they rather just have a sex doll. That's why. You see what I'm saying? So it look weird. So it ain't that. So that's why I be trying to tell the CIA, chill out. It ain't what you think. You're really showing yourself. You don't want to show yourself all your weaknesses, because it's almost like being in a situation where you trying to use something to steer a narrative, and you only show people this how you think. And it ain't gonna be about control anymore. It's the conversation gonna turn to how corny you is or how lame you is. Like, why are you so lame? Why your dick so small or something like that? Like, you got small dick energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you lame as hell for even coming up with that intent for what you even doing. Like, them about to be the only conversations. It ain't about to be no conversation the way y'all think. It ain't, oh, we need everybody to think this spiritual system for semen retention. No, it's like, why this person dick small? And if it's a CIA person behind this, that's the person using our tax dollars for sex dolls. It ain't about to go no other place. Y'all, even when y'all making, I told y'all don't be doing that with no Native Americans and shit like that. They got whole fake ass Navajo pages, Navajo elders and shit, and up here talking. So what is that? Some sense of new updated scout control? Like, what is y'all doing? Like, chill. Think about yourselves. Like, the conversation is about to be, why are you a pervert? It's not about to be, oh, Sora is something new or this is something dope. The conversation is the intent. Why are you a pervert? Like, that's about to be the conversation. Like, what you do with it. Because I know any regular person in these positions, including myself, won't be doing what y'all doing with this shit. So you don't get to look at it like it's a test, or you have to look at it like you was Andy's next door neighbor that was burning up his toys and blowing them up all. Like, you just a reprobate. You got to look at it like that. Like, you don't got no bitches or something like that. Like, you ain't got no real family or nothing. Your family is some stupid ass shit. The cosplay. So you got to understand it like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do a noun and call it an adjective and then describe the adjective, and you just want to be an archon or something like that. Like that, nah, man, nah. You need a pacifier. Rock-a-bye, baby. Those. No, I'm saying, all that standing on my square shit and all that shit, man. Y'all need pacifiers. Y'all need some type of pacifiers. Here's the thing. Regardless of magic, esotericism, knowledge, books that was made, none of that means anything if you can't do what I'm doing. Because that's where all that comes from. A person speaking like I'm speaking. So you're not intelligent. Whoever you are, it don't matter who you are, whether you just getting out of college, it don't matter. For all people, you ain't intelligent because you read a book about something that I'm doing. If you can't come up and express it and it's just natural, you're not natural. The end. So stop calling yourselves intelligent. Please stop. Y'all not no representations of intelligence. Y'all are representations of regurgitation. Flight boss, bitch, you know. For sure. What works? Flight boss, bitch, you know. For sure. You know, listen to the Mound of Terry's Moon. I'm the Royal Archangel Uriel. And I mean, I got God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. It's like I can teach y'all more about the shit y'all think y'all came up with based upon a book. Haël'Ho, Haël'Ho, Yahlahluè, Massasoit, Mama Natoy. Y'all get right with life. Then shit what y'all calling magic, you can wipe your ass with it.